All right, so we are live on Facebook. Let's
Yes,
go ahead
yes.
and check the connection for Instagram. All right,
Okay.
all right. So let me go ahead and add you. Okay, do you see it?
All right. I just saw it pop. Let's see.
Okay,
Let me get my phone over here. Hold on.
okay.
All right. Go live here. Connecting. Ooh.
I'm gonna get something.
Yeah.
That is that it?
Hold on.
Is that me? Y'all bear with us. Y'all know we this is our first time going. I'm going live, so y'all bear with us over here. Is that it? I can't hear
Yeah.
you at all now. Okay, I can hear you. So is it going against your computer? Is that why?
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm using my computer. Can you hear me?
Okay, yeah. Okay, well just mute the computer and let's do this through Instagram. All right, everybody. So we are live. Thank y'all for y'all patience because we're trying to figure this out. Y'all know we don't go live over here, but we're starting something new, our 30-day challenge of going live. And so we decided to go ahead and highlight our first romance concierge highlight, which is Richard Brown. He is Rich Brown of Opulence Media House. And so we're going to talk about a little brand awareness today. And so, Rich, are you ready? I can't hear you, Rich.
Magic. Can you hear me now?
Okay, yeah.
Cool.
What's
Cool. Yeah, I'm ready to go.
okay? It's still muffling. Can y'all hear that? Okay, what about now?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Hey y'all, I see y'all waiting. Can you hear now, Rich? I wonder why.
All right, Steph. Can you hear me?
Okay, I can hear you. Okay. All right, so we're back. I don't know if y'all heard us or not, but we're trying to get all these technical issues out the way. Like I said, this is our first time going live over here on IG, something new. So, we're going to talk about brand awareness and how it affects your business when it comes down to the romance industry. So, there's a lot of new people who are in the industry now, and we've noticed that they're coming in, you're just doing decor, you're buying inventory, but nobody really knows who you are, what do you do, and what do you stand for, like your mission, what do you represent when it comes down to your business. And having high quality photos and brand awareness would definitely elevate your business to another level. So of course we had to have, like I said, Rich Brown of Opulence Media House. He is our brand awareness strategist over here, our videographer, our photographer. He's the best. He's the one-stop shop for everything media. So I'm going to let him introduce himself and then we're going to go ahead and get started. All right, Rich, are you off again? Let's see. Is it off again? Can you hear now, Rich?
All right, there we go.
Okay. Did you hear anything I said?
I heard some of it. We good. As long as the people heard it, hey, that don't matter.
Okay. Can y'all hear us?
Good.
Can y'all hear us? Somebody say something. I see y'all watching. They just watch it too. All right, well, go ahead, Rich. Let's talk about this brand awareness. So, give us, introduce yourself, and then give us your feedback on how everything is, kind of panning out in the romance industry, and what you've seen, and what needs to be taken care of.
Gotcha. Well, like Steph said, my name is Rich Brown, your neighborhood shooter. Um, I'm a videographer, photographer. I do everything visual content. So I'm here to help you. Like right now, what I've seen so far is, like we talked about. Let's start there. Our last training session, we talked about having high quality photos for your romance concierge business.
Mm-hmm.
That was like phase one. That was like, getting our training wheels to get, we was, just crawling before we walked. That was like phase one.
Mm-hmm.
So with that was like getting your portfolio together, because you got to have something to show, and you want it high quality so you can get those high quality clients.
Mm-hmm.
You don't just want, pictures out there just, from looks like a Polaroid from 1972.
Mm-hmm.
We want our images to represent us, because that's the first thing, people are going to see.
Mm-hmm.
So, the ladies, they're doing all of these, enhancements to, to everything out there when it comes to romance, whether it's, enhancing rooms, at hotels, at your home, whether it's doing pigments, whether it's doing a proposal.
Mm-hmm.
They're out here, doing great things. However, if your images, your photos, your portfolio doesn't show that, nobody really cares.
Yeah.
It's like nobody really cares. It's like, okay, I hear them doing it, but when you go to their book, when you look at it, it's like, yeah, I'll pass.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
So that was like phase one. We went over, we had great training, everybody, it was awesome. So if you guys missed that one, I'm pretty sure, Steph got a recording of it somewhere.
Yes.
You might have to replay that.
They could join the society. They could join the society and get all of the replays of the intense trainings that we do in the behind the scenes. Definitely. Yeah. So I definitely want to say, following up what you said, the photos make a big difference as far as the details, because in our industry it's based upon details and personalization. So when you're constantly like seeing the same thing, the same layouts, and especially if the photos are not high quality, it's like most people are choosing you based upon almost a copycat concept. It's not from the personalization of the brand. And if it's going to be like that, then we might as well just build a franchise, like, because everybody looks the same. And so when they're going out and presenting their business, because we already know that our industry goes beyond social media. So if everybody looks at the concept of how many followers they have, the followers are great from a metrics of social media, but the number of followers doesn't necessarily equate to the amount of clientele that you have constantly coming in. So I would definitely say, like you said, having that brand awareness is the most effective part. So what do you think should be some of the basic branding fundamentals when they're first starting their business? Should they start with branding the business concept, or should they start branding themselves first? Which one do you think is the best?
Well, I would say the business first. Do the business first.
Okay.
Because everybody's in business to make money. That's it. That's
Mm-hmm.
why we create a business. You want to make money. So I would say do the business first. Get your business out there first.
Okay.
Once you figure out what your business is, what it does, how you're going to help the people, once you get those things out, and then you're like, all right, cool. You got all the backstory and everything. Put your business out there.
Mm-hmm.
Then, after that, then you could go into figuring out who you are, and putting your face in front of your business.
Mm-hmm.
You want to put your business out there first, because that's like the main thing. Like I said, that's your brand. Let's look at Nike. We can look at Nike first.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody knows who created Nike first, but they know that swoosh.
Oh, that's very true.
Just do it. They know the image.
Yeah.
They know things like that. So you go ahead and do that first. If you have a logo, if you have, a brand, image, a catchphrase, a tagline, whatever it is,
mm-hmm.
put your business out there first.
Yeah.
Then you go ahead and, you know what? Now, Stephanie Johnson, I'm the woman behind Intimate Celebrations. I'm the,
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
So that's what I'm saying. You want to go ahead, get your business out first, put it out there. But I'll tell you this, make sure your business is right before you put it out there. You got to have some.
Yes, everybody is a business. Yeah. So we definitely noticed that there is a transition of people who came from being hobbyists, people who kind of jumped into the game, during COVID. So, and then now some of them are still here, but a lot of them are not even still here. And that's the biggest thing. So, even when they're identifying themselves, a lot of them were doing it first for family and friends, but now they want to show up in the business market, which is cool, which I think is a great thing. But now, how do you identify yourself? Do you have all of your business fundamentals, like you said, having the LLC, the EIN number, your business addresses, the proper email address? And a lot of people think those things are insignificant, but it's not.
Right.
Because once you start building and want to work with venues and other preferred vendors, those people take that stuff seriously. Like, they don't really, you can't shorthand your business. And a lot of people are doing that.
Right.
They're shorthanding it. So
yeah. I can tell you this because firsthand experience. I was working with one of the everybody know her, one of those your number one proposal planner here in Tampa.
Yes.
And, yeah.
Shout out to Romantic Essentials.
Yes. Shout out to Romantic Essentials. Love working with her. She's awesome. Shameless plug. If you guys, think about getting married, call her. Reach out to Romantic Essentials. Right there.
Yes.
But anyway, back to our schedule program. I want to say, working with her, we were out on a venue and they were asking for insurance.
Mm-hmm.
They were asking about, hey, is this an LLC? Do you have an EIN? Are you registered with the state? And I was like, wow, those are some of the things we take for granted when we are, opening a business.
Yes.
And so that's one thing, you have to take care of that on the back end. As small as down to how you're going to take payments in Honeybook. But,
No, they want to cash out and candidly their way to business understand that they don't realize that that's why you're not really getting the high paid quality clients that you're looking for. And that's not to say, they're not doing it, but you can either keep showing up one way or you can go ahead and elevate your business and your brand. And I definitely say the elevation is worth it to, have the consistency. Everybody who's watching, if you have any questions, make sure you go ahead and post your questions. You can put them in the comments if I can see those. And then there's actually another question section. So y'all know we new, but we getting it done. So post your questions there. Yeah, we're making it happen over here. It's all about execution over here. It's the year execution. So Rich, when it comes down to, let's go talk about the rooms. Just even going in the rooms, like what are some of the, I guess, don't give them too much, but some of the strategies when it comes down to kind of getting that money shot? Because you see a lot of them want to take images straight in front of the bed. They want to take it and the lighting is over here. It's like they close up, they too far away, and you're just like, what the hell is that? You know what I'm saying? You kind of missing the point. Or let's go to this. Or they're using other people's photos, or they're using stock photos, which is nothing wrong with the stock photos, but I would prefer you use stock photos before you take somebody else's photos. That's number one. But making sure that all of this kind of, meshes with their brands or the ambiance or the tone. Y'all don't talk about my nails either. I know that just went up. Anyway, I'm real picky about that. But anyway, let's talk about that, like creating that aesthetic and ambiance when it comes down to, taking your photos. What does that look like?
So what you should do is like figure out, okay, let's just say, are you a picnic business? Are you a, whatever your business is, you need to have a focal point.
Mm-hmm.
Whether, let's look at a room. Let's say, is the bed your focal point? Is there, do you have something in the corner like a desk or whatever? Mm-hmm. Whatever that focal point is, that's where you want to get, like you mentioned, straight on shots. Get some angles, play around with it, get some different shots, make it interesting. Don't just, just throw something up there like, bam, good shot.
Yeah.
look at you, be creative. Just like everyone is so creative when it comes to decor, when it comes to what you're doing, you know, be just as creative with the photos.
So would you say they should have a strategy when they go in the rooms?
Definitely. I would say before you even go in the room.
Yes.
You know, because let me ask you a question. It's like before you do anything, you strategize. Let's say you get a call. Let's say you're doing a birthday suite for somebody. Mm-hmm. You get a call, you're going to ask them all these questions, and you're going to try to figure out what they want, what they need, their color, all that good stuff. Mm-hmm. So do the same thing with your photos. Be like, all right, after I do this room, after it's complete, I'm going to want to take some photos to add to my portfolio.
Exactly.
So I can put it on Instagram, on social media, all that stuff. So you should figure out, like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and take some photos of the bed from this angle, because I know if I get it from this angle, the window's here, then it's going to get a picture of the table. And then I'm going to have the champagne right here. So you can get all of that in one shot. So you want to imagine what you got going on. You plan it out before you even get there.
Yes.
You know,
because the size of the room matters. Even the size of the room matters in the angles that you take, how you take your photos. The size of the room even matters when it comes down to your inventory. So I noticed a lot of people like to add a lot, but honestly, less is more, especially when you're establishing business partnerships. Less is more, but having those different, going ahead, basically just knowing what the layout is of the rooms before you start definitely helps with even the lighting, because if anybody follows intimate celebrations, our aesthetic is definitely a romantic ambiance. So I can't go in there with 20 candles in a presidential suite, because that's what I put in my package. Oh, you get 20 candles, you get 1,000 rose petals. That doesn't work if I haven't researched the size of the room, if I haven't researched the layout. So that means my lighting scale is going to definitely be off. Number one. Right. Number two, my photo is going to look horrible, because a lot of people, they have two different concepts. You have your pictures with your light on, you got your pictures with your light off. But most couples, at least y'all should be, the light should be off when the couples walk into the room. It gives them something to look forward to. It evokes the passion and the feeling that your services are supposed to give the client. So if it's not, having that great layout with the lighting and all the above, you just really done wasted your time. You're not giving the clients what they're looking for. So especially with us doing it from our phones, like having the right settings from.
Right, and the phones are great. I mean, because they're so portable, they're great. These iPhones these days are just awesome, and you don't need to use flash with a lot of them. You don't. Mm-hmm. Say you're in a room, just put your phone up there. You could take it from this angle, open up the blinds and whatever. Now you got a light here. Mm-hmm. Turn on a lamp in the corner. Turn this lamp off, or you can just turn the bathroom light on so you can get that glow. Because I see some of your pictures, Stephanie. I know you like that moody.
I love that glow. I love that glow.
Exactly.
I love it.
Back, crack out the curtain on it just a little bit so you can get the glow coming in from the window and from the back. And now, those candles are, just glowing. Take a shot on your phone and do that, and then take a shot with the flash on your camera and tell me which one you like better. Yeah. Most of the time, it's going to be the one without the flash. Yeah. Because you got that harsh light coming in and just
plus, everything up. Some of the candles have like a twinkle to them. Not all of them, but some of them have that twinkle. So that twinkle is going to catch depending on what the setting is on that camera.
Right, exactly. So and that's why you should have a strategy walking in, because you already did a walkthrough and you already know. Be like, okay, cool. I know this is a huge room. You know what? Mm-hmm. They have a 20-foot window over here. You know what? And then it's got this one sorry lamp here. Okay, I'm gonna figure this out. Mm-hmm. Because you don't want to do that. On D-Day, on the day of, you don't want to be in there trying to figure out your light. You got other things to worry about. Yeah. Than to be in there trying to figure out, oh man, I need to get this shot. Oh, the light's bad. What I got to do here? Or not. Help yourself out by strategizing before you get there, just like you would your room decor, just like you would anything else.
Definitely. So let's look at these questions really quick that we have. So we talked about the money shot already. And then they asked about our branding and content days. So, we've been keeping those a secret over here, but branding and content days will definitely elevate your business when you're first starting out. And to be honest, you really want to have somebody who already has expertise in the business. So I don't know about you and other romance concierges, but when I first started off, there were so many business coaches that I was kind of reaching out to that could give me the basic business concept, but they really didn't understand what we did. So some of the tips and different things that they were giving me, it didn't help. It didn't help at all. So I can imagine now coming into the industry being new and not really having a business mentor or business coach and trying to brand and establish yourself, and you're reaching out to people who, number one, most people don't even believe in the vision that it's a real business. That's number one. Number two, they have their opinions of it, and most of the time it's from a lower scale concept. It's not even from the point of your business being lucrative or it really, bringing romance to real relationships and it really being an entire business model. So just having the real branding and content from people who can tell you what's going to make the money, I think is definitely beneficial, because we've been doing this now for like 5 or 6 years and we haven't missed a beat. So you want people who have experience when it comes down to building your business, branding, and content, because some of this stuff out here it's not going to work. It's not going to fly. You can't keep doing it because everybody's elevating. So what comes with the branding and content days? Don't give them all of it. Just give them a little.
All right. So what comes with content days? There's a lot. Matter of fact, I'm gonna give you guys a couple. You'll get some headshots. I'm gonna give you the basics, the first things that you would need as a new business owner, and you're trying to brand this up. Number one would be some new headshots. Off the rip. Definitely, the first thing you should invest in is some new headshots.
Yes.
Once you got that done, then you could go ahead into, what is my brand? You got to have some brand colors, have a logo, and then incorporate that into a brand shoot. So those are the two things I would do first as a brand new, business owner, or even if you're not brand new, but you need to refresh, revamp, just renew your business all over again. Start with headshots and then do a branding shoot. Yeah. Now, for everybody else that's interested in content days and want to do some other thing, hey, reach out to me for a consultation and we can go through it, in detail. And I will help you out, definitely. And we can work something out no matter where you are in the world, because
So I see Romantic Essentials gave a good tip. She said close the curtain as well unless they have a great view. I always have to close the curtains, honestly. Even if it's just for picture purposes, I close the curtains. Then if it does have a great view, I'll open the curtains back up. But I also position candles at the bottom of where the curtains are. So it still gives you the same illusion when you're walking inside of the room. So it still gives that glow, because the rooms have layouts. So you want a layout to be aesthetically pleasing. You don't want gaps over here and gaps over there when it comes down to how you're positioning with your lighting. So I'll definitely say that is true, Z, to definitely Romantic Essentials, to make sure that you close your curtains when you're doing your photos. So another question we have is, do you offer picture taking Zoom classes for a person's phone? We do. Look, I got excited. We do. We actually offer that class inside of the Romance Concierge Society. So you get 100% access too rich if you're in the concierge society. That's like the biggest perk, because I have been taking photos and forgot to use some of the techniques that he has taught us, and I'm able to just like message him and be like, hey, so how do we do this from the phone or whatever. And he, we're not biased, so if you have an Android or Google Pixel, by the way, I love Google Pixel too, but anyway, if you have those, he can still give you the great tips on how to use your phone and have those one-on-one classes and consultations. So I definitely, you need to join the Concierge Society.
I'm gonna tell that I would say do that. Also, your phones, there are like a few settings on your phones that can take you, I mean, I don't know, make your picture look 5 times more better than what they are now. Just a couple different settings. Mm-hmm. And then once you make those changes, and then you become, practice. Just practice with it. Mm-hmm. And don't be afraid of, adventuring out. Mm-hmm. And playing with your angles, standing on top of the stuff, moving stuff out of the way.
Yeah.
Just those little tips right there will transcend a lot of your in-room photos, from where they are now to where they could be.
Okay, so we covered the rooms. Let's talk about the picnic planners. Some of when it comes down to like that natural lighting, or for our proposal planners who are outside, like, is that easier?
What? It is. It's a whole lot easier. Mm-hmm. And I want to say for everyone that's outside, because your rooms are you're confined to a certain space. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of challenging to figure out, especially if that's not your thing. You're not a photographer. That's not your thing. So to get those shots, get those angles, it'll be challenging for you unless that's just something you do every day, all mm-hmm. the time. So in that space, as far as the room goes, hey, it's going to be challenging. Just continue to practice and do the best you can. Now, when it comes to our, picnic businesses, our proposals, everything that's outside, whatever it is, it's a lot easier because now you have that natural light all over the place. Mm-hmm. You have the sunshine, you have natural light just coming in, and natural light makes everything a lot easier. Mm-hmm. Because now you don't have to worry about this lighting here. Only thing you have to worry about being outside is the sun.
Okay. Okay.
That's the only thing you have to worry about is the sun. But other than that, it's easier. And also, if you decide to go with a professional to do your brand shoot, mm-hmm. your branding, whether it's video or photography, while you're outside, it's a lot easier because now you're not confined to space. We can bring cameras. You got all kinds of different lighting, flash, everything is out there, and it's a lot easier. So first, inside versus outside, I love the outside, except when, here in Florida it's hot.
That's how it is in Savannah. Savannah is pretty, pretty consistent with the heat. But we get a lot of rain too, so that doesn't help.
Yeah, I get it. But to answer your question, outside is easier than inside.
Okay. Anybody got any more questions? Any questions as we continue before we close out?
No,
I know. They was dropping them.
Yeah, well, we need to hit. We haven't talked about just real. We talked a lot about photos. Mm-hmm. We talked a lot about photos. We talked
video.
A lot about we talked a lot about photos. We talked a lot about just taking pictures of room decor. We talked a lot about taking pictures.
Look at Romantic Essentials on it about these videos. Yes.
So that's what we're getting into, video. And I have transitioned myself into loving video. Because right now, video is it's pretty much where it's at. I look at video like how, you guys remember Blockbuster?
Don't talk about me, Rich. I how we.
You remember Blockbuster?
Yes.
I mean, yeah, it's like the even we're not even gonna say Blockbuster. I'm gonna go a different direction. Remember, because I remember my grandfather had this old truck and it had a 8-track player in it. So we went from 8-track player to cassette.
Yes.
To CDs. To MP3. So now we stream.
Yes.
That's the way, video is going, the images
Video.
are going now.
Yeah.
We got, right now the present is photos. The future is going to be video. Because it's so easy to get our point across in video than it is, through photos. Because I can take a moment in time, just take a picture of you and have somebody, we would all have different, things to say about that picture. It's like, what was she thinking? She was thinking this, or she was doing that. What was she about to do? She was about to go to a birthday party. Whether it's a video, you know exactly what's happening. Like, oh yeah, she was getting dressed. She was about to go out, to a video shoot. She was about to go out to the movie, whatever it is, because you got video, which is movement. And also with video, back to branding, people want to see you. Once you got your business out there, once you got your business portfolio made, once you got a store, everything's out, now they want to see the person behind that.
Yeah, they do.
Now they want to, see who you are. And before you can sell to anybody, it's like they got to know you. They got to trust you.
I think a lot of people forget. Go ahead. I'm sorry, because I get my brain get to moving fast.
It's okay. I'm just saying, people they once they see you, they feel like they know you. How many times have we watched a movie or even a series, a TV series, and we on like episode 4 or 5 or whatever.
Yeah.
And we know those people in the movie, whatever.
Yeah.
Because we've seen it so much, we've now incorporated ourselves in their lives through video.
Yeah.
And that's what you want to do with your business. You want to have your clients, your potential clients, your customers to incorporate themselves. They're like, man, I can see myself, on the beach, getting married. I can see myself, under this tree, having this picnic. I can see myself having an intimate night, with my wife. You want people to actually be able to envision that. And when they put themselves in your place, that's when you're like, bam, your business grow, because now they know you, they're trusting you, they're with you. It's like y'all related now.
Yeah, that definitely, what is it? The know, like, and trust on concept. Like that just didn't pop up. It's been here for years. So even with that, like you said, with the video and not showing up for your business and, as the person in your business, I think a lot of people forget that we're in a relationship business. It's a relationship industry. So it's not just click this link, book your picnic, click this link, get your your package. Like sometimes they make the whole concept seem like you're going through a drive-through. Like it doesn't make sense to me. So having those real connections with your clients and showing up in the forefront of your business definitely makes a lot of sense. And just going back to what you were talking about with video. So for a minute, I used to really, get in my feelings about video because I would always start taking my video upright, number one. Then number two, I would always feel like hearing myself walking and the air in the room. Like I would really overthink the entire process. But social media has made it easy. So now we can use the different audio from like reels and different things like that to really create what we're trying to, project, so having a great selection of music that fits your brand. Not even necessarily what's trending, but what fits your brand. You're going to use trending if you're trying to get a lot of views and you're trying to, get more followers. But if you're trying to stay consistent to your brand, stay consistent with the music that represents that. Because when people go back and follow your page, that page should give them an entire vibe of who you are and what you represent. I noticed with intimate celebrations, a lot of people who choose our company, it's because of the intimate ambiance that we use. We always use very sultry, seductive music. We don't use anything too provocative. We keep it very sensual. But those are the people we attract. But if you have just the, the new trendy stuff, want to throw all these dance move type music, dink dunk dunk, that stuff, it throws off your entire business. Like, I just personally don't think sometimes we think so in depth of what we're offering, because we're touching people's lives and relationships by the services that we're offering. We're not just giving romantic decor. It's not just about what inventory you have for the pictures. We're really having connections with these couples. And so those different things matter. So definitely being in the forefront, knowing how to communicate. And you can communicate with, even like you said, by not even necessarily being the person in front of the camera or the video. Your brand should speak for that. Your brand should speak for that. Like, there's a difference between intimacy and romance. There's a difference between intimate rooms and romantic services. Like, I don't think they take the time to even dissect that sometimes, that what are you starting off to represent? That's a part of your brand. So let's see what question we got. It says you want your clients to be invested in your business, and the direction is going to point they want to be a part of. Definitely. Like, they really want to feel what's going on with the experience. I definitely agree. Romantic essentials. So if you could tell the audience one last gem when it comes down to brand awareness and, photography, videography, where I would say, let me say this, even your bio is a part of brand awareness. Like, even your bio. I know he mentioned not hashtags, taglines, but even some of the bios, they're so generic that nobody, other than the pictures. So, and when I say this, y'all, anybody who's watching, we're not saying that your services are not of good quality, that you don't have great customer service and all these different things that you're projecting. But there are certain things that high quality and high value clients look for. So you may realize that you have some customers who are good with your price range, starting off at maybe 150 to 350, and that's okay, because you may be projecting that. But when you're looking at clients that are starting off at $800-900 to $1,500, $3,500 packages, they're kind of looking for different. They're just looking for a different representation of your brand, and not having those small, simple things like we discussed in the beginning can definitely deter some of the clients that you're getting. So, like, your bio is a part of your brand awareness. It's definitely. But I didn't want to forget that part. Definitely, with letting everybody, know that. So, Rich, go ahead. I'm sorry.
What was the question?
What is, like, one last gem before we leave?
One last gem before we leave would definitely, I would say, branding yourself, branding your business is number one. You can't grow a business. I go back to my Nike, example. It's like, you want a business with a brand. You want to, when somebody says romantic essentials, you automatically want to think, right now you want proposals. That's pretty much kind of
proposal, purple and red. Like, those are the first things that, come together.
When you hear, intimate celebrations, red and black, you think of something sexy.
Got my brand colors on today.
And that's what we want. We want, so for everybody that's listening, that's here, figure out who your brand is, what your brand is, who you are, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
You know, who you are, what you do, why you do what you do. Those things, right? Figure those out. Now you're on it. You're on that trajectory to, you know, brand awareness, to where, you know, you're Nike. When you see that swoosh, you know it's Nike. When you hear "Just Do It," oh, you know that's Nike. You know, Michael Jordan. You know, it's like
you know his logo anywhere. They done got so good with his logo that they can tell the fake. The kids even know the fake. Like them ain't real. Them ain't real Jordans.
Oh, you know the LV. I mean, we could go, you know, down the list. You know, LV. Everybody knows Louis Vuitton. You know, GC. Everybody knows Gucci. You know, that's where we want to be.
Yeah.
That's
yeah. Because I think a lot of times too, falling back on what you just said, they don't think, or we don't think about our brand beyond social media. We are so consumed with, you know, the social media that we don't think about what our brand represents when what we say heels on the ground. When you're putting your heels on the ground, what does that look like? And I think that may be one of the number one reasons too that people may not be getting the bookings, because we're so consumed with social media liking our pictures and having a lot of followers that when it's time to have a conversation and really explain and dissect our business and represent our brand and have good quality things to show, your marketing packages and all the above, we've missed out on that part. We haven't even thought about that. We're, you know, showing up, just scrolling through the phone, showing pictures, and that's not branding. That's not even marketing. Like, it's not even marketing. So the brand and content and the strategy days and different things that we put together, that prepares a new business, established business, whoever, that prepares them for being able to market and brand online and also market and brand outside of social media. Because there's a lot of people, believe it or not, that are still not on social media. They're still not there, not looking for certain services anyway.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, social media is free. So I don't understand why, you know, a lot of people aren't on it.
Yeah.
It's like being on social media, you know, is that brand awareness. It's a lot faster. And you can reach a lot more people than word of mouth through social media.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, you know, we're on live right now, you know, this could be streaming in California, you know, over there in Canada.
Yeah.
You know,
we're doing it.
I know. So it's like, you know, but if we rely just on that word of mouth, then, you know, it's a lot slower. It's like snail mail versus email.
True.
So, yeah, we just brand awareness.
Yeah.
I mean, definitely.
Well, does anybody have any last questions before we close out? I want to thank y'all so much for joining. What do y'all think about our first live? Let's get some feedback before we close out. What are they saying? Let's see who's still on here. Give us some feedback so we'll know what to do to prepare for our next live. And like I said, we did honor Rich as our member spotlight of Romance Concierge Society. If I didn't mention it, we are a community for professional romance planners. This is whether or not you are a proposal planner, romance concierge, romantic event planner, picnic planner, hotel decorator, whatever title that you may feel comfortable with as far as your business title, but that you do romantic services for couples. We even have romance consultants. We have relationship consultants. So anything when it comes down to romance entity where you provide a service, we are the community for you. We're not, like I keep saying, we're not really focused on your inventory and your pretty pictures. Well, your pretty content. We want you to have good content, but we're not there to pat you on your back about, oh, that's pretty. We are over here to make sure that you are profitable, your business is diversified, and that it's sustainable, that it actually lasts. Because like I said, after COVID, a lot of people either popped out or popped in. It was one of the two. But some of them are not still here, and we definitely want to keep the romance industry and professionals around. We're an alliance, like we work together. Like our motto over here is commas over competition. I mean, because it's a million couples out here, we can't serve them all. But when giving referrals and building of the community, we definitely want to make sure that everybody has the same professional etiquette. Like that is the main thing, that professional etiquette, the professionalism itself, making sure that you're on point. You have your systems, strategy, and your support that you need. Definitely that strategy. You got to have a strategy. Systems, making sure that your business is flowing with automations, like showing up professional. There's nothing wrong with DMing and sending text messages, but all that should be from a business perspective and a client flow. So you should definitely have a client workflow, client experience model. Those are some of the things that we talk about. Like we said, profitable, your revenue, all the stuff that a lot of people don't want to talk about when they're starting their business, that you really need to be lucrative. So you definitely need to be over here in the Romance Concierge Society, because we're going to make sure you're taken care of from top to bottom. Let's see this question. It said, do you all doing all questions live to have people submit questions prior to your live? And then every time I get new gems, y'all did good. Thank y'all for watching. We'll definitely have some questions prepared. Have us some questions prepared. I think me and Rich should do it again. What you think, Rich?
Oh, we can do it again. Okay.
Romantic Essentials. We're gonna call you out because we done already represented your brand on here. So you got to get on the next.
Before we go, you mentioned something. You were mentioning like how a lot of the people are just looking at the views. They're looking at the likes and all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We were at a conference this past weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And one of this likes and views, likes does not interpret how much money you make.
It does not. It does not.
100 likes or whatever, it does not equate to money.
They just like it. I like a lot of stuff.
Did they follow up? Did they call you and book an appointment? Did they follow through and ask for one of your services? That's what we're looking for. And that's, what we want. We likes all day long, but hey, that doesn't mean
Yeah. And those likes can be self-sabotaging. Like as a business owner, you're comparing your business to somebody else's based upon likes and followers. And we talk about in the community, yes, the 10K, which we all hope to get there, but that's for Instagram monetization. That doesn't mean you got 10,000 people in your inbox to get your services. And if you did, could your business capacity even handle that? And I think, and I keep saying I think because I try not to make it seem as if I know everything, but most of our businesses don't have the capacity or a trained team to handle more than so many clients a month. So I don't really want 20,000 people following me if they ain't giving me no money. I just don't. It's too much pressure for one to feel like I have to compete against somebody else with a lot of followers. When my honey book is chiming and chirping with cha-ching, 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 and that's all I need to know. And these cha-ching, cha-ching is, so let's just think about it before we go. If you have 3 clients that are at 1,500 versus 8 clients at 200, like is it worth it? Because I like my freedom and my money in my pocket. I don't want to be doing 20 rooms a month just to still hit 10K when I can do a certain amount of high value and high quality clients and still hit my 10K. Like it doesn't make sense to me. And that's what I think a lot of people think about when they're like, I got a lot of room booked and busy. No, I want to be booked and relaxed. Like I want my money in my pocket and I want to be able to enjoy it. So yeah, definitely those followers do not always equate, and those likes don't equate to necessarily being booked. So what I did realize too is that you can have a lot of followers, but I'm in Georgia. So somebody in California may like my services. Yes, we travel. I see a lot of people having that on their bio. Yes, we travel. Yes, you travel, but the likelihood of you getting 30 people in California versus getting 30 people in Georgia is more beneficial to just kind of, handle what you can, instead of trying to make it seem as if you can't service all those people. You can't service it. And next time we'll talk about building a team. Having a team can definitely, help with your revenue and how you handle your business model. But yeah, I'm glad you brought that up when it comes down to the followers and likes don't necessarily, because there's a lot of $1 million companies that ain't got but 500 followers, 2,000 followers. I know for a fact there's some members in the Romance Concierge Society that have not hit 5,000 followers, but all of them have high paying clients and stay pretty much booked and consistent throughout the month. So don't let social media numbers self-sabotage you promoting your business and giving high quality and great customer service. That's the biggest thing. High quality and customer service, because you're going to be rushing. If you got too many rooms, you can't focus on building relationships with your clients if you're doing all that rushing, because then it becomes just an automation of doing the rooms, getting in, getting out. It's not really building up a relationship with your clients. So anything else before we jump out of here? I think we're gonna be back. I said 30 days at the beginning of this thing. I think I might have put myself on blast when I said that. So
hey,
I enjoyed it.
I had fun. There's a lot more we can get into.
Yeah.
But definitely, I'm for coming back.
Okay.
Just let me know.
All right. If anybody have any questions, definitely hit us up in the DM. Follow our Romance Concierge Society. Follow Rich Brown Photography, our #1 shooter. Go ahead and get you a consultation. I promise you, you won't be disappointed. And he does travel like everybody else. He does travel. So make sure you do hit him up. I think that's it. I think that it's it. Oh, I forgot about this. So I do have a 7-day training that's coming up. And we're going to talk about the romance secrets. The romance business secrets is pretty much what I'm calling it. So there are 7 steps that you can use to build your romance business. And that is I can pretty much vouch for it. If you do what I tell you to do, that you're going to have a successful business. So, we've used this method, tried and true, definitely in our accelerator and just even people in our community. So this is going to be a workshop. I'll definitely go ahead and post it. It's going to be $99 for the 7-day program. So just even having me 7 days, I'm telling y'all, that's good for $99, these 7 days. And so if you want to do,
she like $99.99.
Exactly. So you can get us for 7 days and learn the romance secrets, or if you want to take, one class and course at a time, it'll be $25. So like I said, looking forward to it. I put more information inside of our post and in our story, so you can, just kind of test drive the Concierge Society to see if we are the community for you, and to give you the information that you may be seeking online that you haven't found, because you can't Google your way through, and you can get a million business coaches, but they'll never be me. They'll never be me. So they'll never be me when it comes down to exactly. This is what I do. I eat and sleep romance concierge services, just relationship services, period. So you want to always seek help and expertise from people who've been in the industry. That's one thing about it. Like, I'm not a master photographer, I'm not a master videographer. So that's why I made sure our community had our own photographer, our own videographer. Like, he is teaching us the skills to use our cell phones. But at the end of the day, when it comes down to showing up professional, when we're out doing our proposals or we're out doing our content, we need someone who's the expert. A lot of times we're not seeking the expert because we come into business knowing everything, but we really don't. We really don't. If I could take a fast scale to build my business, I would have took a fast scale to build my business. But there was nobody out really teaching the branding and the marketing concept of the business. They were teaching you the business fundamentals, but they weren't teaching you the branding and the marketing. So just having that support, and that's what we're here for. So you don't just get me, you also get Rich Brown Photography with helping you build your business. And we're going to come back with a lot of other experts that we've had that are part of our community. See, can we get them on live, since we've now jumped into this live collaboration?
Live space.
Yes, this live space. I kind of like it. It ain't that bad. It's not that bad at all. All my jitters gone. We had a few technical difficulties at the beginning, but we're going to go back and watch it and see.
Right.
See what
that's just
yeah.
first time, technical issues. But now it's going to get better and better, streamlined everything.
Yeah.
So, good.
Yeah. So let's see who's on here before we go. So we had Romantic Essentials in the house. We had Peach Charming Romance Concierge Service in the house. We had Fit with Tasha in the house. We also had Melissa the Love Boss in the house. We had, I don't want to say your name wrong, but Danity, if I said it right, Danity Dates was here also. Who else? We had another photographer here, Rich. Keon Inc. Photography.
Keon was at the wasn't he at the I know him.
Okay, so Keon was here representing our shooter gang.
Mm-hmm.
And out of the Lucas. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but thank you for joining. Huh?
It's the Lucas.
Yeah, you know him?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we had us, and then Burns Production.
Coming in and supporting. Yep.
Okay.
As well.
Keone Styles.
Yep. That's my that's my mentee right there.
Okay, so look at that. We got Romance Concierge Society that showed up, and then we also had our shooter gang showed up. So that's what I'm talking about. So collaboration, commas and collaborations, baby. That's it.
We're doing it.
All right, everyone, we're going to close it out, and hopefully I'll see us again next week with some more business tips and strategies for romance planners. Have a good night. Wait a minute. How is this? What do I end this at? Oh my God. This is definitely something new for me. Okay, that's not it. I don't know. And I don't want to hit the wrong thing over here. All right, let's not even keep doing this, because these people gonna say they don't know nothing about this.
All right. Just close out.
Okay. All right, bye. View, discard video, share. Your live videos are not reels. Okay.
What's up, Growth Seekers, and welcome to day 18 of our 7 Minutes to Self-Mastery series. Now, we've been journeying through self-discovery, nurturing strengths, and reshaping our narratives. And today,